tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll test the right side. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Here's the handoff. There he goes. Turning on the Jets. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
And the Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run the toss. Makes him talk to the hand. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on and they wear this defense down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. To the air, it's Underwood. That's reeled in, it's Moore. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. That was a really well-run route on the curl. Pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
Under fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance.
It's him in stride inside the 10. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option route.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. An 84-yard drive there, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. On the run, it's Haynes. There he goes! Discards him with a stiff arm. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Wolverines just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Give to the running back. Creates a little space. Hits him with a stiff arm. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
To the air, it's Underwood. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
And the Wolverines need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3-ball from 43 yards away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
With the catch, it's Morgan. Still running at the 40. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Sends it back in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Simpson. It's a running room. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Power football with the run. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Finds his tight end. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Throws to the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite it.
The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. On the move, it's Haynes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. He got a step
offensive line give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Underwood. Going over the top. Tosses it incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to the ground game on the left. Wide open spaces. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Going with the ground game left. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Going for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job on the defense with communication there.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. The give to the single back. Thrust that arm out. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Wolverines looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Offense changing the play. Toss to the left. Runs through a tackle. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Gets the back moving. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Lets it fly. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Bust through behind his pad. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Extending the play. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's 2nd and long. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll leave it with the lone back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. They want to run this quarterback. Kept it on the ground on 3rd down. Picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. send out the kicker here. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Not a chance. Missed it. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through, but still an 18-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll send the back in motion. On the snap, it's Morgan. Oh, he's got some space. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Steps away. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. It'll be third and long. We'll send the tight end in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Shoots it to the left. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Hunt is on its way. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following on for a massive fumble recovery.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on third and goal. Into the end zone. Catch in the middle, it's Klein. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll get rid of it. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Looking for more room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Michigan.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. Gets a pass to Marker. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last
play. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He's got it. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They'll try it over the left side. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off play action. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Wolverines. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the point after is good. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. Out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. As they open this possession from their own 20. They go to the ground. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
You can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The lone back's got it.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. We can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So here comes the Michigan offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because we've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job on him.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Try to get it to the edge. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now on the move. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marsh. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
Michigan 16.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Might be changing the route. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
They'll run play action. Now rolling to the left. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, out of space. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the fullback. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. The hand to the running back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. and 4 touchdowns on the day.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Finds Zach Brees, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense contains getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Marshall. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
And the Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Goes to the option. And now in the pitch, the ball. And that's going to be a safety. It prevented the touchdown by falling on it, but they'll give up the deuce. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Morgan. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Breaks the tackle. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Underwood. Got a man, it's Haynes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, It's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That is just textbook execution by the receiver on the corner route for that first down. Also, great find by the quarterback.
Here comes the heat. Floating away. Gets rid of it. He's got him. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket and forcing him to step up into the team rush.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Wide receiver going in motion. It'll be a run on third and short. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Handoff to the lone back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. That's caught. It's Morgan. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.